you want to take a trip down memory lane, Will?
Let's take a trip down memory lane.
So, there was someone I knew many, many years ago. And we kind of lost touch. So, we whatever. And then we reconnected. And then, at that point, I was now a personal trainer. So, she asked, let's train together sometime. I said, yeah, sure. So, we started training and stuff. And bear in mind, I hadn't really seen her for a couple of years, maybe.
Sure.
And this person would start saying things that didn't quite add up. But I just wasn't putting the numbers together. I was just kind of thinking maybe it's because I haven't seen her in a while. She's changed.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is just how she is now. And she just started, and every time we had met up, it was only like the third time by now that we'd met up to train. Just things that now that when I think back, I go, maybe I should have picked up on that.
Right.
The one that sticks to me the most is, I can't remember how the conversation came up, but we were talking about Earth and space or whatever. And we, yeah.
You love those chats.
As you do. And we were talking about people who believe in flat Earth. Have you heard of those? Don't do that face. Come on, man. We're gonna have one of those. We're gonna have one on our show one day.
We are not having a flat Earth. We're gonna drill deep. Are we having a flat Earth on the show?
Why not? We're gonna find out. You know, but she wasn't saying I believe in flat Earth. This is where I was like, she was saying I believe that Earth goes from flat to round, back to flat. I went,
whoa,
that's a bit strange.
Okay.
But the understanding person I am and the open-mindedness, I tried to understand but it just didn't make sense.
Right.
And that was the only one that sticks out to me. There was loads where it seemed like reality wasn't being grasped properly.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what happens. I'm going to work one day. This is maybe a few weeks later. So I thought nothing of it. We trained. Goodbye. Whatever. A few weeks goes by. I'm heading to Pure Gym, as you do. And I see her. She's walking towards me. And as you do when you see someone you know, hi. Yeah. That you kind of give them that little awkward.
Well, if I see someone I know, it's not normally awkward.
As in, you do the little wave.
Yeah.
Didn't even, that wave. See, that was awkward.
So you do the wave, yeah.
And completely ignores me. I thought, okay, maybe she just didn't see me. So we're still walking towards each other. Then I start to realize something's wrong. She's got her earphones in. She's singing out loud. Really loud.
Mm.
And I'm kind of standing, waiting for her to kind of maybe take her earphones out, say hi, just enjoying my song. No. She walks straight past me.
Okay.
And then that's when I notice her clothes aren't on properly.
Okay.
And there's me going, what the fuck just happened? And work is right there. I'm like at the entrance of Pure Gym. I can just walk in and pretend I didn't see anything. I go, no, I can't do that. So I follow her, which sounds really bad. But I do.
In a non-creepy way.
In a non-creepy way.
Concerned.
And you know, it's always weird because when you try to not be... So as I'm creeping up on her in a non-creepy way, it's now become creepy.
Yeah, you didn't do yourselves any favours there.
No, exactly. So now imagine how everyone else is...
watching you do this.
Exactly. And I didn't want to touch her. So I kind of like leant to her side. And I said, hello. And then she ignores me. She pretends I'm not there.
Okay.
And then she takes a 180 turn and starts walking back to where she came from. And then I was sat there in the middle of the road, not pavement. I went, okay, this is weird. Something's wrong. But I still had that conscious feeling of I can't just leave her.
Yeah, it's like if you know someone's having a really shit day, which is what she sounded like.
And it was probably not even, something was wrong.
Yeah.
And again, in a non-creepy way,
Followed her again.
I follow her again.
I've got pictures of the Benny Hill show.
So now we've walked beyond pure gym.
Yeah.
I'm kind of gauging what am I supposed to do in this situation. And then I just said, I'm just going to just say, are you okay? And then she started screaming at me, telling me to leave her alone. And I went, shit, this is going to look really bad in front of everyone else.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I just want to make sure you're okay. She said, I'm fine, leave me alone. And she started walking back to her original route. And at that point, I was like, I mean...
So obviously, I feel a bit concerned. So what was the situation here? Have you spoken to her since? Is she...
So since then, she did message me later.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm sorry for the way I acted towards you. I'm a lot better now.
Right.
And so that moment has stuck with me.